This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Taking care of us.
You want to talk about our kid that slipped in the draft a little bit?
Who slipped?
Chris
Who?
Weaver.
Curtis Weaver.
Huh?
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I did want to get that off my chest. Thank you. I forgot about that. I did have one more Dolphin thing that I wanted to talk about.
There's a reason that I'm sitting here, I guess, today.
Yes, good call by you, sir. I forgot about that I wanted to talk about this because Curtis Weaver from the Dolphins yesterday had a press conference, and he was talking with the media members, right? And as you all know, Curtis Weaver dropped to the 5th round out of Boise State. And this is a kid that's got a ton of athletic ability. And a lot of people feel that he should have gone higher in the draft and that he's going to end up becoming one of the steals in this draft, which, hey, man, I think we're all hoping he's a steal, right?
I hope every one of our guys hit on all 10 of the undrafted rookies.
Right, yeah. Yesterday I had one of our listeners say, so if you had to pick 2 guys you think are going to fail, who's it going to be? I was like, I'm not going to do that now, bro. I don't want to pick 2 guys that are going to fail. Let's wait, and then if we see they're not good, then, like when we look at Dale Talon 10 years later, failure. He's not good. Let's move on. That kind of stuff. Let's give him a chance here, and then we'll tell you, okay, you know what? It doesn't look like this pick or that pick's going to work out. That kind of stuff. Then we can get into it. Look, they had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 draft picks. There's going to be a couple failures there. I mean, if Chris Grier hits on all 11, so he becomes the greatest GM of all time. It's never going to happen. I would love for them to hit on all 11 because that's like getting a starting side on any part of the field when you get 11. But, there's going to be some swings and misses. Let's wait till we see some of these guys. And then when I see more of Brandon Jones or Curtis Weaver, Blake Ferguson or Austin Jackson or Tua, then we'll be able to figure that stuff out. So Weaver, right? Weaver was not happy about getting drafted in the 5th round. Let's hear from Boise State's Curtis Weaver in yesterday's draft when asked about his draft status.
Curtis, entering the draft, where were you hearing you might be drafted? What rounds did you think you were most likely to go?
I believe my projection was like 1 to 3.
Okay. It was short and sweet. He didn't want to keep it at all anywhere. He stayed like that. That was Joe Shad, by the way, from the Palm Beach Post, asking that question. And I got to tell you, what stood out to me? Play it again. Play it one more time. I want you to hear his voice. Okay? Fire away.
Curtis, entering the draft, where were you hearing you might be drafted? What rounds did you think you were most likely to go?
I believe my projection was like 1 to 3.
I love this because I think this is a pissed off dude. I think we got a guy that's going to walk in with a Zach Thomas, just a King Kong on his shoulders. Because the saying is always you got a monkey on your back, right? And that you got to get that monkey off, right? It's King Kong. And so I love this. This is the kind of kid that's going to come in. He's going to be motivated. And he's going to say, well, wait a minute. And he probably sees the other guys that got drafted ahead of him and knows what they were doing. Because one thing about football players or athletes, period, NBA, you name it, they know exactly what the other guy's doing on the other teams, the other draft picks. They know exactly what they're making. They know exactly where they went in the draft. They know exactly the teams that took them. They know the teams that talked to him and said, we like you, we're going to take you, and they skipped him and passed him. He knows all of that. It's all in here. So I believe that Curtis Weaver is one of those cats that it's going to be interesting to see because he's going to be dead set on proving everybody wrong that he belonged in the 1st to 3rd rounds and that he got taken in the 5th and he's making 5th round money and he is going to be dying to get a new contract. And the only bright side to all of this is that he's on a 4-year deal instead of a 5-year deal. So after year 3, if he's balling, he can expect a new contract from Chris Grier, because Chris Grier does things that the other GMs don't do. If you're a good player, they're going to sign you early. They're not going to wait till your contract expires. They don't do that anymore here in Miami. But the fact that Curtis Weaver sounded like that, and he was that serious about 1 to 3, that's a dude that it's registering for him. I like it. I like it, man. And listen, they hit on Preston Williams last year as an undrafted guy. Who knows? Maybe this is the year where you hit on Kirk Merritt as undrafted, right? Because a lot of people like Kirk Merritt as one of the undrafted guys. And maybe you're going to hit on Curtis Weaver out of Boise State as one of the late draftees. We'll see. But I love the fact that he's sitting there going, yeah, I was projected 1 to 3. He's telling you, that's where I belong. And everybody else skipped me over. I'm pissed.